And welcome back to another episode of Reactioncast, where you can catch us first on Anchor and any other podcasting platform, or you can be watching us on YouTube. So this time around, we're going to be talking about episode 9 of 3Below. So what I found really great about this episode is, one, it was basically a literal crossover of what happened in Troll Hunters. And it's like the opposite of what was happening in, I believe, episode 9 of season 2 of Troll Hunters. So you got to see, like, I think that was the first time you got to meet Asha and Krell for the first time. And you had that, like, ooh, what is this weirdness happening? But then we got to see kind of a little bit more of the background from their perspective and what was really happening on their end. Because back in Troll Hunters, these characters were just thrown in there, and we honestly didn't know much about it because we got an early trailer of what was going to be coming out within the next couple years, actually. Like, there was the aliens perspective, the wizard perspective. I believe there's one other one. I would have to go back into the trailers, but there is a lot planned for this series. So getting a snippet of that back in Troll Hunters and now seeing it here in a perfect transition is really great. But this is kind of leading on to what happened with the ending of last episode, where Asha lost her like sword thingy, and she mistakenly thinks it's Jim's metal thing. I forget what it is, but his amulet. But you know, for her trying to take it all this time and then kind of seeing them in the what is it called again? Oh my god, what is it? In the teen center. That was pretty funny. So, like, for an episode, it was just a fun crossover episode, just seeing a lot of little things, because you had an idea what was already going to happen. It's been a while since I've seen that episode, but it's still very, very, very memorable. And just watching kind of the other side of it is interesting. I think I found it a little bit more enjoyable, kind of the ending on... Not the ending. Actually, I liked everything, kind of what was happening a little bit in the foreground. No, in the foreground, the background. I don't know what I'm saying right there. But, like, okay, so what I'm trying to say is kind of Krell's kind of, like, battle with the other top student. That's one interesting, and kind of having this, quote, illegal, being smarter than the sun. That was interesting. And then kind of Asha's hunt for her amulet, but then kind of ending up accidentally being Steve. Steve actually doesn't deliver that, and it's funny that he accidentally takes the credit, and Asha's kind of a little bit smitten, but you know, it's funny. I like that. It's hilarious. But they're growing as characters, and I like that. We didn't get really too much from Barbatos, except him finding Toby's grandma and finding the blade and stuff and trying to hunt that down. The thing that was interesting is kind of the final moments of this episode, and seeing the villain kind of like, okay, we were holding back technology, or the previous king, and now we have this battle droid that can literally destroy everything. So things are moving forward now as far as the villainy part of this show. So we're gonna have to see what's gonna go on. I believe there's only 3 or 4 more episodes after this, so let's get on with those. And so until next time, later.